Greetings! In this video I'll be painting an Intercessor of the Iron Lord's chapter. This chapter was requested by one of you guys. Keep those requests coming, and I'll prioritise them amongst my own musings. For this guy I used an Assault Intercessor body, with bolt rifle arms from the standard Intercessor kit. The Pauldrons are 3D printed. They're based on models I found online, but I've put my own markings on them myself. I don't like adding too much style to models without references to back them up, so I've kept this one pretty simple. That being said, the Assault Intercessor body includes the folds on the hip, and I've used an Assault Intercessor style left pauldron, with a larger trim, so this guy's a bit more armoured than normal Intercessors are. After assembly I primed it black, and let it cure for a while. Now onto painting. For the first step I wanted to try a rough dry brush of Mechanicus Standard Grey. I'm going for a worn look here, but I think I went a bit overboard in certain spots. Having made a bit of a mess, I went in to clean up various panels with Abaddon black. I made sure to keep the edges of the panels highlighted, only cleaning up the spots where I deemed my previous application was too messy. I feel like this way of doing it is a lot faster, despite having to clean up afterwards. It really just depends on your mood, I guess. The Iron Lords feature an interesting red scheme for their weapon and legs. I applied this using some thin Mephiston red. It took a few coats to build up a nice smooth base coat, but I was happy with the result. As you can see here, it looks super smooth. I also did the weapon scope and the eye lenses with Mephiston red too. Next I switched to dealing with base coating the silver metallics with Leadbelcher. I carefully blocked in the weapon details, including the accessory rail, as well as the power pack and helmet details. Now onto the markings. I use Ulthuan grey to base coat the tactical marking and the halo on the armourial. The pre-Primaris reference shows them with an alternate battle line marking, so I decided to do the same here with a 3D printed pauldron. I wasn't sure whether the fist was meant to be silver. It's a bit vague on the references, but I went with it anyway. I used Leadbelcher again for this. I may have mentioned it before, but I'm pretty lazy. Sometimes my models sit on my desk for a week or two, waiting for transfers. I do, however, find it odd that instead of doing an easy thing like applying a transfer, I try to freehand the squad marking. I tried a few attempts on camera before giving up and doing it off camera. Freehanding is something I'm not very good at, so at least I'm getting some practice. Thankfully Abaddon black air paint rubs off fairly easily, so it's easy to reset when I mess up. I did way better than I thought I would with this. I did however go back in with Ulthuan grey off camera to clean it up a bit further. Now back to the red. I used Evil Sunz Scarlet to highlight the red bits. Standard edge highlight as well as some light layering on the rear of the greaves that the sun would hit would be enough for this one. I also highlighted the eye and scope lenses. Sticking with the red for now, I highlighted the eye and scope lenses with Wild Rider red, as well as a few prominent edges on the armour. A highlight with Lugganath orange finished off the eyes and scope. My attempt to try and keep the eye lenses centered meant that the dot was a bit bigger than I intended, but it's not bad. For the leather I did my typical recipe. Rhinox hide, followed by Skrag brown and Deathclaw brown. The only leather on this model is the belt, so it's pretty simple, if not a bit hard to reach. Another hard to reach spot on this guy was the Imperialis. I did most of this off camera, as it's a pretty small area. I think I did pretty well though. Now for the company marking. I decided to try 4th company, as they haven't gotten as much representation on the channel so far, and the 5th company were you with no stripe. I was also curious to see how the green would look with the black and red scheme. This consisted of a base coat of Warpstone glow. 2 or 3 thin coats to the trick here. I followed with a highlight of moot green. I thought this was a bit too strong at first, but I think the effect's growing on me now. With that, pretty much everything's painted. So I switched to an enamel wash to add some definition to the brighter panels. This wash isn't super strong on black, so I might need to try a different wash next time. After the enamel wash had cured, I went back in with acrylics to highlight the silver. Using Runefang steel, I dotted the rivets on the bolt rifle and the power pack, as well as highlighting various spots I wanted to shine more, like the helmet tubing and some small details around the armour. After I was finished with this, I did my usual basing method, like seen in my Stormspeeder video, and followed that with an ultramatte varnish. And here we have it, an Intercessor of the Iron Lord's 4th company. I'm fairly happy with this one. As I mentioned though, I think the black could have received more attention, either with additional highlighting or a stronger enamel effect, either a different colour or making the recesses darker still. But I think it's okay like this too, it just feels a bit unfinished to me. I think I did the black better in some of my other videos, like the Consecrators or the Black Guard videos. I have no other grievances for this one though. In fact, I really like the old red scheme on the legs. It's unusual, but not in a bad way. As I mentioned at the start of the video, this chapter was requested by one of you guys. I hope you're happy with the result. If you guys have any questions or requests of your own, put them in the comments. Anyway, hope you'll stick around for the next one.